In November 2004, Del Mar, New York, a quiet suburb outside Albany, was rocked by an attack that seemed almost unimaginable. Peter and Joan Porco, a well-respected couple in their community, were brutally attacked inside their own home with an axe. When police arrived, the scene was both horrifying and strange. Peter, a law clerk, was dead in the doorway. Joan, clinging to life, had devastating head injuries. Despite her condition, officers believed she was able to nod when asked if her son, Christopher, was the attacker. It was the first crack in what Christopher would later claim was an airtight alibi. Christopher Porco was a 21-year-old college student at the University of Rochester. He insisted that he had been in his dorm room the entire night of the crime, more than 200 miles away. He told police he had no idea who could have attacked his parents, and he painted himself as a shocked, grieving son. But investigators weren't convinced. They began pulling records, toll booth data, computer logs, surveillance footage, and slowly Christopher's story unraveled. His computer records showed that someone had logged in and out of his dorm computer during the night, suggesting he was in his room. But a closer look revealed the activity was nothing more than an automatic setting, designed to make it appear as if someone had been using the computer while it sat idle. Then came the toll booth footage. Cameras captured Christopher's yellow Jeep Wrangler, making the long drive from Rochester to Del Mar on the very night his parents were attacked. Witnesses placed him near the crime scene. Piece by piece, the perfect alibi collapsed, and there was more. Detectives discovered that Christopher had a history of strained relations with his parents. He had been caught forging his father's signature on student loans and financial documents. He had racked up debt, stolen money, and faced the possibility of being cut off financially. To prosecutors, the motive was clear: rage and desperation. At trial, the defense attacked the prosecution's case, arguing that Joan's alleged nod identifying her son was unreliable, given her injuries. They painted Christopher as a promising young man with no history of violence, unfairly targeted because of circumstantial evidence. But the circumstantial evidence was overwhelming. Toll booth footage, cell phone records, suspicious computer activity, and a financial motive stacked against him. In 2006, a jury convicted Christopher Porco of second-degree murder for killing his father and attempted murder for the near-fatal attack on his mother. He was sentenced to 50 years to life in prison. What makes the Porco case unforgettable isn't just the brutality of the attack, but the arrogance of the alibi. Christopher thought he could outsmart investigators with a few keystrokes and a late-night drive, believing no one would put the pieces together. Instead, the very technology he tried to use as cover, toll cameras, digital records, became the noose that sealed his fate. Today, Christopher Porco remains behind bars, his appeals denied, serving out his life sentence. His story is a cautionary tale. In an age of surveillance and digital footprints, even the most carefully planned alibi